Good morning, students. So, in yesterday's class, we had studied the Indian accounting standards. In today's class, we'll be studying a small topic that is remaining in the fifth chapter, that is International Financial Reporting Standards, which is also known as IFRS. So, International Financial Reporting Standards is issued by the International Accounting Standard Board. So, what actually is IFRS? Each country will have different set of rules and regulation for accounting and financial reporting. तो अगर आप एक दूसरी कंट्री में कैपिटल रेस करना चाहते हैं या बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं तो आपको उस कंट्री के रूल्स और रेगुलेशन फॉलो करने पड़ते हैं. तो ये IFRS क्या करता है, ये इंटरनेशनली एक्सेप्टेड अकाउंटिंग है जो कि आप ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं. बट वॉट वॉज आर इंडियन अकाउंटिंग सिस्टम, वो सिर्फ हम इंडिया में ही अप्लाई कर सकते हैं एंड वी कैन नॉट अप्लाई इट globally. So just in case in future you want to study something after your graduation, there is a new course which has been started, that is International Financial Reporting Standards. So if you have studied this course, it will help you globally. And अगर आपको जाके बाहर पढ़ाई करनी है तो आपके इंडियन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स काम नहीं आएंगे, बल्कि जो इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं वो काम आएंगे एंड ये ग्लोबली एक्सेप्ट होएगा. What are the assumptions of IFRS? This is very different from that of the Indian accounting standard, but even IFRS has certain assumptions which will be applicable. First is going concern assumption. Even our Indian accounting standard says that the business should go for a longer period of time and it will go for a longer period of time. IFRS भी वही बोलता है कि a business will continue for a long period of time. Next is the accrual assumption. So our Indian accounting standards also say that we need to write down all the income or expenses whether we have paid or received or not. Same goes with the IFRS. Next we have measuring unit assumption. So our Indian accounting standard says that we need to have the cost of the asset on the value which it was purchased. That is the historical cost assumption. But the IFRS states that we need to calculate the cost of the asset at the current value or the fair value. Last one is constant purchasing power assumption. The assumption requires that the value of capital will be adjusted to the inflation at the end of the financial year. Next we have need for IFRS. As I have already said, IFRS is very important when you go globally. आपके जो accounting standards होते हैं IFRS के वो globally accept होते हैं and so it is very easy to do a business globally. So what is the need of IFRS? First is easy access to global capital market. So the companies are now in a position to raise the funds globally, but investors all over the world rely on the financial statement prepared on the basis of IFRS. जो अगर आपको globally भी capital fund raise करना है, आपका financial statement IFRS के हिसाब से prepare होना चाहिए. If the financial statements are prepared according to the IFRS, it will be accepted in the global capital market. बट अगर आपके फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट इंडियन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से है तो क्या आप उसको ग्लोबली एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं? नहीं, बिकॉज इंडियन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स अलग होते हैं और जो वो कंट्री के अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं वो अलग होते हैं. बट IFRS से क्या होता है, वी कैन हैव इट ग्लोबली, बी इट इन द होम कंट्री और इन द होस्ट कंट्री. नेक्स्ट वी हैव इजी टू मेक कंपैरिजन. इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स हेल्प्स टू मेक कंपैरिजन वेरी इजी between a business. International investors would like to compare the financial statement based on international accepted set of accounting. So in case of IFRS, what happens? The comparison will be easy because the entire financial statements are prepared according to the international financial reporting standards. So because of this, there will be lower risk of errors of judgment. Next, we have uniformity in financial reporting. So the adoption of IFRS brings uniformity, comparability and transparency in financial statement. It will improve the standard and quality of financial reporting. Next we have lower cost of capital raised fund. So जब हम IFRS follow करते हैं हमारा जो capital रहता है उसका cost भी कम हो जाता है. Why is it less? Say for example you have a business which is in India and you want to expand it globally. अगर ये IFRS नहीं होता तो क्या होता? We would have to prepare the financial statement according to two countries. एक तो खुद के country के हिसाब से, that is according to India, एंड ग्लोबली जो आप कंट्री में बिजनेस करना चाहते हो उसके हिसाब से आपको फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बनाने पड़ते हैं. बट बिकॉज ऑफ IFRS क्या होता है, आप एक ही फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बना सकते हैं विच इज एक्सेप्टेड ग्लोबली. So what happens in this case? The cost is reduced because we need not prepare two financial statements. Next, we have true and fair valuation of assets. So according to the Indian accounting standards, we need to calculate a cost based on the price in which it was purchased. But according to IFRS, we need to calculate the cost of the asset according to the current value. So इससे क्या होगा, हमको ट्रू और बहुत फेयर वैल्यू मिलेगी एसेट के, बिकॉज वी आर कैलकुलेटिंग द कॉस्ट ऑफ एन एसेट नॉट बेस्ड ऑन द हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट बट ऑन द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. Next, we have difficult to commit fraud and manipulate the accounts. So in case of the traditional method, it is very easy to commit the fraud and manipulate the accounting. But it is very difficult in case of IFRS as the rules are very rigid and it is very difficult to prepare the financial statement according to IFRS standards. So what happens, IFRS के हिसाब से बहुत difficult हो जाता है fraud करना या accounts को manipulate करना. Next we have the last topic, that is benefits of IFRS. Benefits मतलब advantages क्या हैं IFRS के. So first one is it is helpful to enterprises operating globally. तो अगर आपका बिजनेस अब्रॉड में है और यू आर गोइंग ग्लोबली, इट इज वेरी इजी for the enterprises to operate globally because they will have to just prepare one financial statement according to IFRS. Next we have helpful to the investors. Investors require high quality, relevant, reliable data in order to make proper decisions. So the use of common set of accounting standards, that is IFRS, would help the investors to compare the financial statement prepared under different accounting standards adopted by different countries. तो इन्वेस्टर्स को क्या होगा, अगर उनको वो कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करना है कि नहीं, उनको कंपैरिजन करना बहुत इजी हो जाएगा बिकॉज दे कैन कंपेयर टू अ मोर स्टेटमेंट. उनका जो अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड रहेगा वो सेम रहेगा एंड उनको कंपेयर करने में बहुत ईजी होएगा एंड दे कैन डिसाइड इन विच फर्म दे नीड टू इन्वेस्ट और नॉट. नेक्स्ट, इट इज हेल्पफुल टू द इंडस्ट्रीज. So obtaining the fund from outside of the country becomes very easy as we are following all the rules and regulations according to the IFRS and they are globally accepted accounting standards. Next, we have lower cost of raising funds abroad. As I've already explained, you need to just prepare one financial statements according to the IFRS standards and you need not prepare two accounting statements based on your home country and host country. So because of this, the cost is also reduced. Next, we have helpful to accounting professional. Accounting professions will be able to provide better services in countries adopting IFRS because उनके जो standards है वो same रहेंगे और उनको difficulty नहीं होगी अलग अलग standards पढ़ने के लिए. They just need to know the IFRS standards which will be accepted globally. Next, it is true and fair view. As the cost of the asset is not based on the past value and it is based on the current value, it gives us a true and fair view of the financial statements. So this is all about the accounting standards and the IFRS. Indian accounting standards are different from that of the international financial reporting standards. But now IFRS is having a lot of scope as it is accepted globally. So we are done with the 5th chapter. Tomorrow we will be starting the next chapter in accounting. So that's all for today. Thank you.